So let's dive in and try to make our amazing pizza dough made with sourdough starter. This little guy that looks all messy here, this is our sourdough starter. I've kept him alive for about, I would say, a year. So it's a very tangy sourdough starter. We're gonna add we're gonna add a cup of sourdough starter. This one is a very liquid one because this is a liquid one. You can make it less liquidy. It might require, since it's this very liquidy, we're going to add more flour later on. Okay, let me feed this baby first. Also, after you use it, make sure you feed your sourdough. A lot of people measure. I'm not one of those. I don't mean any disrespect for the people who measure, actually. They have all my respect because they actually take more time. I honestly don't have the time. Okay, we'll fed this guy. In the winter, my starter stays out and I feed it every day. I have to make a video how to make a sourdough starter. Okay. We're gonna add a little bit of rye flour. It gives a little extra love. 1/3 cup. Now I'm gonna add oil. It's gonna be 2 tablespoons to 3 tablespoons of oil. 1, 2, 3, high. Let's do 4. We're making sourdough pizza. You can talk. I feel like having sourdough pizza, but I added a little bit of rye flour, so we're going to experiment with that. Don't eat. I'm making food. I'm making food.
Okay, I just need a little something in my stomach.
Okay.
You know I'll still eat.
You will? We're making the coconut curry chicken. Alright, on to our thing, guys. I'm gonna add 1 cup of flour. You can sift it if you feel like it. Today, it's my lazy day, clearly. I feel it. I feel it. Okay, let's go. The cool thing about making the pizza dough is that you don't really have to let it rise. So if you were like, you have to let it rest for a little bit, right? But if you have like an hour to make it, you don't need a whole day. Okay, just a little bit more flour. You feel it. It doesn't have to be sticky. We don't want it sticky. I'm gonna let it rest for a little bit. And then we're gonna move into the next thing, because today, clearly I made it a cooking day. I said, I am going to rest. And then silence. Because the light bulb went on and it's like, oh, let's make pizza. Oh, let's make this, let's make that. It's coming together. You can add herbs, you can add seeds, you can add whatever you want. As long as you add love, you're good. Oh, quick note, if you add rye flour, like I did at the beginning, the taste is gonna be a little bit more tangy, which I really like. Okay. Wow. So good. And I'm going to, when we make the pizza tonight, it's gonna have pumpkin tomato sauce that I got from Trader Joe's and mozzarella. Okay, here he is, our baby. Gonna let this guy rest, and then we're gonna move on to the next thing. How about that? Today's a crazy day. And we're back again. We'll get ready for our pizza. It rested for about, I would say, an hour. And now we're going to pre-bake it in our pizza pan. I like to roll it on the parchment paper. It's easier, then you use less flour. Overall, happier belly. I'm gonna try to make the pizza next time with charcoal. I know a lot of people say like it shouldn't be used, and they're like there are not enough studies about using charcoal in your food, but I had charcoal pizza, and overall it felt like I was able to digest it way better. Looks like we're getting a nice thin pizza. Okay, this guy, I'm gonna put it in our baking, and we're gonna bake it at 500 Fahrenheit for about 7 minutes. A cool trick that I learned when I was little, to prevent the bubbles, and it also helps it cook it through and through and through. Look at this. We got some pizza. All right, in the oven, 500 Fahrenheit for 7 minutes, and then we'll be back for the toppings. What's the face? Because I made you wait.
I was just breathing and enjoying time.
So this is the end product, the end result. Our pizza with mozzarella and pumpkin tomato sauce.
From Trader Joe's.
From Trader Joe's, yes. I did not need the sauce. Look at this crafty man.